Howdy folks, Stock here with Last Best Tool, and I've got a handful of precision bit sets here. I actually have one that's 1/4 inch drive. This is that Icon. I'd have to say this is one of the meme tools, but I'm just going to compare the T6 on this guy so you can see how it compares to this WORKPRO. Now this WORKPRO set is really what I'm after here on this video. This is about a $10 set. It's 44 pieces, comes in a pretty decent case, aluminum, nice closure there. Appears to be a good handle with one, what I consider, fatal flaw. Here is the map for the bits. Unfortunately, they're not written here, which would make life easier than doing kind of that mental gymnastics of what's where. And it also has, if you look at this, holes under here, so I imagine it's possible to get something to drop down inside that hole, and I don't know if you could get it out without dismantling this case. Kind of an oversight, I think, there. But anyway, I'm going to compare it also to this Pittsburgh set. Now the Pittsburgh set sells for about $7, $8, something like that. Of course, that's maximum Harbor Freight price. You can get it for less or free, probably somehow. But so there's a few dollar difference. The WORKPRO costs a little bit more, but has a better case and potentially a better handle. I'm also going to compare a bit from an ifixit, a bit from this Wiha set, which is less expensive than this Wiha set. This Wiha set is pushing almost $100. These are about 40. These are about 40, I think. Again, 7 and change, and then this thing for about 10. And I've got a couple of Wiha fixed drivers here, so you can kind of see how that matches up, and a PB Swiss set. So I'll compare that bit. The target here is this Icon knife. This is another one of those meme tools, so there seem to be a bunch of them. I'm going to primarily focus on the T6s here, and the reason is there's a bunch of them. There's 5 there rather than the T8 up front, and the reason is that the fasteners are not always the same. So if it fits well in one, it might be a little loose in another because it might be a tight fit on that that one fastener. So map this out. I'm going to go to my T6 here. Now let's take a closer look at this and what the fatal flaw is. First of all, this is a nice dense aluminum handle. I'm not sure if it's anodized or if that's some other kind of coating. I've had anodizations on some overseas things that in the sunlight started to disappear. So it made me wonder what it was. They started changing, like this would turn into a really light blue. I don't know. Maybe it is anodized. Nice spinny wheel. In fact, look at this, how much that spins. That's primarily, it's very smooth, but also this is a dense handle. Here's the fatal flaw. This has a locking collar. And it's, as far as I can tell, it got its job description backwards. So if I grab the bit here, I cannot put it in here. I'm trying to shove it into the collar here, and you're probably going, duh, push the collar out of the way. Okay, I will. Then the bit slides in. So the collar prevented me from putting the bit in until, you know, it was the spring tension was changed. However, I can pull the bit out quite easily. So what's with that? It makes it hard to get it in, but easy to get out. That's a first for me. I don't know. So the safety feature is you can't get the bit in without retracting the collar. And then, of course, the bit easily pops right back out. So there's that. Anyway, so if you take this and we go up to one of these T6s, what I'm going to do is basically more of a wiggle test. And you can kind of see how much it's wiggling. It's enough that you might think, is this the right size? But it's not so much that you're worried you're going to strip it out right away. A little bit more than I like. Let's go to the Pittsburgh here. T5. Pittsburgh case is just inexpensive plastic with a fold around. I think it might be easy to lose a bunch of bits. Nowhere does it say what's actually, you know, there's no mapping in here for what's going on. So here is the Pittsburgh. I'll throw it in that same screw hole. And it's got a comparable amount of play right there. Get this out of the way here. I'm going to go to the Icon. It begins at a T6. Put that in. Here's the amount of play. Less, but still some. Here is the Wiha, or I mean the Wiha in the fixed. with the number 6 Torx, and you can see slight bit. It's amplified with the size of this thing. So if you just look at that tip, you can see there's just a little bit there. What if I grab the T6 here? And this is where that mapping is nice. Grab this one, this Wiha T6. You can see, I'll show you the markings on this. This is by far an excellent set, but pricey. Drop that in. Look at that. No wiggle whatsoever. In fact, look, kind of sticks in there a little bit. Let's try another one just in case. That was a tight one. Nothing. Zilch. What about the PB Swiss? Turns out it's this double-sided. These are sets of double-sided bits. It's this one here and this side. So I line that up. Zero play. Make sure you can see that. Nothing. In fact, I'm wondering. Whoops. Uh-oh. Hello, PB Swiss. Yeah, this precision screwdriver doesn't work anymore. Anyway, let's try it. That's the big side. Try the small side. Yeah, see? Nice. Nothing. Feels like it should stick in there. What I could do maybe is hold it off and turn it slowly. Yeah, got to go full vertical. So that's in there nice and snug. If I go to the T6 here, it's this guy. Drop that in. There is just a teeny weeny bit. So this Wiha set seems to be a little bit better than this Wiha set. And then the ifixit here, is that the T6? What does that say there? T6H? That's because it's a security bit. Look at that. There's some play. So it's in line, maybe a touch less than the Pittsburgh, similar to WORKPRO. Maybe those are all pretty much the same in this test. But anyway, is it worth the 12? Or excuse me, I think it's 10 bucks. Maybe it's 12 bucks or something or less. If you just have a few uses, say knife maintenance, which is pretty common, you know, having a little kit or certain electronics. However, of course, there's the iPhones, and I always look for that one screw or that one driver that allows you to dig out those screws. And I've got an iPhone here that is rather unhappy. There's a battery trying to escape. So it turns out the WORKPRO does have that. Throw it in this, in here. Well, I hate that collar. And drop it in, and I can unscrew that. No problem. So it does come with that, which is odd because sometimes buying that one bit alone can cost as much as this whole kit. What about in the Pittsburgh here? If I look really close, I am not seeing that bit. It would have to be kind of on its own. Probably all on, what is this guy here? A zero something. It's not it. So, doesn't look like that Apple one is here, which is unfortunate, but if you work on other devices, maybe it is a good one. Wait, maybe, is that it? What do we got there? I thought on the package it did say Apple stuff. No, that's a little hex. Or phone stuff, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, you can look at it for your own use. I don't do as much with the phones anymore, but as far as one kit, a nice little kit, decent handle, maybe pop, I don't know what you could do about that. That is just so maddening to have that work backwards. Or at least not so you can push a bit in. I mean, you really can't. But then it just slides. I don't know what the heck they're doing. Anyway, so there it is, the WORKPRO. All I gotta say is you get what you pay for. PB Swiss, I think this is like a $60 set, $100 set, or approaching that here. So definitely you get what you pay for. But if you don't have anything and you want a nice portable set, and you're willing to put up with some things, The WORKPRO seems to hold up. It's or do its job. It is S2 steel, so there is that. Anyway, let me know what ones you use as far as your precision bit sets for the road. And with that, Doc out.